Welcome everyone. Welcome.
Welcome everybody. How you doing?
I forgot to turn my AC off.
AC.
Yep.
Yeah, it's warm. It's like spring. Spring's next week.
It's hot as shit.
But yeah, it was a little warm. I'm in shorts.
Currently it is 72 degrees outside.
Well, it's only 45 right now, but it got up as high as 62.
Yeah, exactly. It's 70. Missouri. 70.
Yeah, see. Well, you guys got a little bit warm. We got up to 60, but
okay,
I'm in my shorts.
Next week it's supposed to be snow. So.
Yeah, and next week is the start of spring.
So who knows?
And I just want to start out this week by saying, everybody remember the Tangia, whatever, all the stuff is off, but you can ask a question through the
ask a question
thing.
for 40 channel points.
Right, and that one does work.
That one will work.
Right, that one will work.
So I have some. We could go through our notes and. Where do you want to start off? Do you want to start off at the beginning of the week or the end of the week? Of last week?
Let's begin with the end of last week. Let's begin with that Friday night show that we watch there.
SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe asked a question, what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. No more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Where is the love? There you go. That's what is love. With a little bit of that other one. David, could you sing a bar or two of what is love?
I don't want to. Let's see. Oh, we had the Logan Paul KSI Randy Orton segment where Logan Paul announced that Prime is now the center ring.
Yeah, like all of us have been doing in the 2K world. That's been picking up, and he must have the game, and he must know that.
I guess so. Popular. Randy Orton did a RKO on KSI.
Yeah, I like that.
That was pretty funny.
I like that.
Draped him over draped him over it, over the bottle of Prime.
I think I would have liked it if he would have, laid him right over it so you couldn't see the word. Kind of like, fuck you, who cares if these guys are sponsoring us? You're a piece of shit.
Then,
and this brings me to something I know that I know it wasn't in your notes or anything. Do you hear who his brother is fighting in July?
Yes.
He's gonna get fucking killed. I love it. I don't care if Mike Tyson. I don't care if Mike fucking Tyson is 60. He is going to kill that fucking little piece of shit, and we're never gonna hear from him again.
It's a paid fight, so Mike Tyson's gonna lose.
No, I don't care if it's a fucking paid fight. Mike Tyson, okay, he got some bills and shit.
850 years old. Mike Tyson is literally gonna throw one punch, break a hip, and then
he is not gonna motherfucking. Oh, David, I guess you haven't seen him.
I've seen Mike Tyson. I watched the Mike Tyson podcast. I listened to it.
All right, he's gonna fucking kill him.
I hope so. I don't.
And you better hope that Butterbean don't come after him after he's done with him. Butterbean's coming back.
Then we had a Randy Orton and Kevin Owens fight. Theory and Waller. And Kevin Owens and Randy Orton won via pinfall. Whatever you just said, we didn't hear a word you said. So.
Butterbean. I talked about Butterbean.
Yeah, we'll talk about that eventually.
Doing
DDP yoga.
DDP.
I sent you the video. Bit his ears off. I hope Jake Paul gets his ear bitten off. There was a sit-down interview between Bayley and Kayla Braxton to hype up the EO and Bayley match.
Yeah. Bayley match. Yeah.
Which I want to see as the main event of night one, but we're going to see a tag team match.
It was all good. It was all good.
Bobby Lashley won via disqualification against Karrion Kross. And then the Authors of Pain came in, and then Street Profits came out. BFAB came out.
Okay.
You all right?
Why is this doing this shit?
Tiffany Stratton versus Mia Yim. Tiffany Stratton won. They're strapping a rocket to Tiffany Stratton. He's going.
They are. Well, she deserves it.
I think she did
real well in that pay-per-view.
I think she's doing great. I think that she's going to be a top athlete for a long time.
Right. I think she's the new Bianca Belair, I feel.
They had a AJ Styles promo where he demolished LA Knight pretty much. Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser is her boyfriend. Yeah, we never seen Cameron Grimes again. I don't know what's going on with him. Dragon Lee versus...
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Angel Garza. Dragon Lee came out victorious. There was a damage control segment. Basically saying that...
Go ahead.
That Bayley sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing there with damage control and Bayley...
in space. Go on.
Yeah, no, I'm having that problem where I'm losing whatever you're saying, you're freezing, and I think I'm talking, but I'm not sure if I'm talking, and stuff like that. So, see, because right now I'm smoking a cigarette on that scene, and I'm really not. I'm rolling a cigarette.
Yeah, we hear you. Okay. We can hear you. Okay. You got too much going on, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
And then to end the night off, we had the Bloodline and Seth Rollins segment, where, of course, The Rock does his usual shit on everyone's family, but the minute you talk about my family, you get all mad, and you can't handle what you dish out. Cody finally smacked Rock in the mouth.
Loved it.
Loved every second of it.
Loved every second of that. And I sent it to you, and I'm not sure if you got it. The British guys there on YouTube, and they talk about the family, the bloodline, and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, I seen you send it to me on Twitter.
Yeah, from beginning to end. Watch that. Anybody who wants to know anything about this whole storyline, you got to watch that. Because now, this isn't the first time I ever heard it, they're not all actually family.
So that brings us right into Raw, because Raw was the better show this week, in my opinion.
Agree.
We had that Cody and Seth Rollins segment. Beginning. Right? Is that this week? No, that was last week. I lied. Sorry. Hold on. I put in the wrong date.
Cody and Seth was
last week. This week it's just Cody.
Right.
But we had, for matches, we had Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. That was
love that
fucking great match.
That was a good fucking match.
But I think with this, I think they're setting up to be a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania.
Good.
I don't want to see Nia Jax in it at all, but whatever.
Right. Or they're going to set up, something. Yeah. But I could see a fatal 4-way.
I seen that, Ricky. I seen that. But yeah, Becky Lynch defeated Liv Morgan. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell defeat Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile. Candice LeRae, she turned into Christian. talking about her dead brother and all this shit. Like,
yeah, she took a dark,
fucked up.
Like a dark return.
Going heel. I liked it.
Allie. Nah, when you're pregnant, there's no weird combination. I would probably eat some of it, Ricky. All depends.
There's pickles
Give
and
us some
ice cream.
combos. That was good. She ate olive what? She ate olives with ice cream. Olives?
I'm sharing the screen. Why are you looking at your phone?
Because my screen over here has still got me fucking rolling a cigarette. My screen over here.
Give me 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties here. All right.
Cheese, honey, and strawberries. Now, if I was a strawberry fan, that doesn't sound bad. Just saying.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, Gabe. I thought it was a reference to LA Knight as Max Dupree, but then, yeah, she actually had a brother that's it's fine, I guess, if the people are okay with it, bringing up, like, dead family members and everything. Sometimes it can get a little too edgy.
It's a borderline, and I hope you're going to work this into Cody.
Eventually.
Yeah, it's just... It's a touchy matter, but sometimes you get some of the best stuff when it's in there. You know what I'm saying? And you want, okay, we're going to give you a free open mic. Go.
But my thing is...
do what you want to talk about.
Her brother, I don't think, was in wrestling, really. So that's, like, not something you can... I don't know. We'll touch back on that. But he was not in
wrestling, but he was part of her life, and he was part of the reason why she wanted to be here. See, I didn't hear the whole thing. So, you know.
I'll get to that in a second, John. The Kabuki Warriors defeated Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. That was a good match. Damian Priest defeated R-Truth. They're bringing up a gauntlet. I have in my notes Tag Team Turmoil WWE Edition. LOL. It's going to be a 6-man six-man tag team ladder match. So 6 teams, that's a lot of fucking people. 12 men. Ladder match. I think after WrestleMania they should be splitting up the belts completely.
Yeah, so it's not just that one fight. I thought that was the
announcement, but it was clearly I was wrong. Jimmy did call out, or Jay called out Jimmy Uso for a match at WrestleMania.
Which we've been talking about.
I hope they do it the way they want to do it. Because I've seen an interview before, I'm sure everyone has. Jimmy and Jay are being interviewed. This before they broke up as a tag team. And they want, like, them two to go up against each other. And then...
I want their dad as referee.
Yeah. Special guest ref Rikishi. I think that would be amazing. I would love to see Rikishi in a referee outfit. And then, at the end of the match, they all do the too cool dance.
Fuck is going on? All right.
The tribal cheek.
So...
that is good. That brings me on to our next... The final result of the show was Sami Zayn wins the gauntlet to become #1 contender for the IC title. That was stupid. I hated it. I'm getting through the results of the fucking card. And then we'll talk about promos.
Okay.
Alright, buddy. Just kidding.
Alright. Well, because that's my favorite part of the fucking show.
Chad Gable should have won the match. But his shoulders weren't on the mat.
Right.
Could that be setting up a triple threat?
Yeah, well, if Vince was there, I'd say yes. And if Vince still has anything to do with it, because he likes his triple threats. He loves triple threats. I don't know, Triple H. I don't know. Maybe
people are saying Triple H is slowly turning into Vince McMahon day by day with his shitty calls, and I agree because that is a shitty call. I get it, but have Chad Gable go in and make it a triple threat. And the only reason you would make it a triple threat is so Gable can pin Sammy instead of Gunther.
Right, because that match between the two of them was fucking awesome.
The match between Sammy and Gable was amazing.
And I think that they need to go at it one more time and then make it the triple threat. But, I mean, we don't have very long before April whatever.
April 5th and 6th.
Right. We don't have that much longer, but, do something where, they go to a 20-minute draw or something, and then, fucking Pierce or whoever their GM is comes out and he says, okay, we're just going to decide this all at WrestleMania. Both of you are going to take on Gunther.
Yeah, I would love to see it. There's no other way. I couldn't have booked it better myself.
Right.
But to go back now, before the main event, there was a little Cody Rhodes promo. I literally texted my father. I said, fuck Cody Rhodes. I hate him for making me fucking cry again.
He is getting so good at it that it's amazing. Like I was, and then what I texted back to you, I was in tears when I was talking to you because I didn't get to see the whole, because you were a little bit before me. And he on the microphone, I believe, in his mind, he doesn't feel he's where his father ever was. But in my mind, his father, and you all know I love his father, he's above him now. He's progressing past him. Because every time he gets on that microphone, he makes me cry. When he talks about his dad. And do we really see a lot? And in my head, do I want him to end the story? Because does that mean he's not gonna come out with these great promos? What?
I don't want to hear that. Yes, he needs to finish the story this year. I don't want to hear the story anymore. He finishes the story. Well, here's the thing. He finishes the story, and he says, I finished my story, but I need to start a new legacy.
Right.
Then he goes after family. Randy Orton comes after him. Then we have Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes.
We got family back. Right. He's going to have to stay involved in families.
But it was.
I loved both of their dads.
But, Ted Jr. is going to come back. Yes, you held the door for Bob Orton. Yes, I was there. But
nice man.
The part that really got me was where he started to cry, and he said he couldn't hand it to Dusty, but he can hand it to his mom, and talking about his sister. And I'm fucking
ball. That's just wrong, because I already know that the fucking tears, the tears are starting now. To see him giving it to her, and oh man.
It's going to be an emotional roller coaster.
It's going to be emotional.
He did start his own. He was in the group Legacy. He started that. It was him, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase Jr.
Right, and imagine.
Get Ted out of jail.
Right,
Ted Jr. out of jail. Get him out of there.
Is Teddy in jail?
Yes, Ted Jr. is in jail. He's been in jail.
Probably like embezzlement or something, right? Money, something? The new legacy, that would be. I don't want to see that because then the fact that I want to see them all wrestle.
Finish Ted's
story. Right. And we could. It would be great. I think it would be great. And this and that. I want him to finish his story, but I also I want other people to realize and know that his dad was an awesomely great man. His dad did everything that was thrown at him, same as his son since he came back. I mean, they've been trying everything. I'm surprised they didn't put the fucking mask on him and try to make him mad,
I don't think
and stuff like that. I think they will. I think after he wins the title, they're gonna do something stupid to him.
Yeah, they're gonna make him Stardust 2.0.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
But speaking of Stardust, I watched an awesome movie that had Dustin Rhodes in it, and I forgot how great. He's a good actor.
I'll be honest with you. Our next thing we were supposed to go over was NXT last night. I barely watched it. I fell asleep because I was tired. But I do have the win-loss stuff. LWO had a match against OTM. LWO won. I seen like a couple clips from that. Pretty sick.
That's all right.
Joaquin Phoenix or whatever his name is.
Joaquin
Wilde.
I think that.
Joaquin Wilde.
Joaquin Phoenix is like in the Batman movies.
He's Joker.
Yeah.
Then we had
awesome.
Roxanne Perez did a heel promo. She's getting pretty good on the mic, I think. I've never really... I'm iffy on her. She's alright. She's talented. I think she got a lot of her push for the...
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Boom, 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 boom. This is the portion of the show where I sing Kubo to sleep. Good night, Kobo. Have a great night. Dream of your red sexy man in a shower.
Glad to know that's going to be in a podcast forever. Ava ends up coming out talking about how she injured the champion or something, and then Tatum Paxley, also very talented, came out of the fans, took a big knee to the face. Yeah, she did get a big push from Booker T, yes. Roxanne Perez did. Lexis King, the fucking worst goddamn person I've ever seen wrestle. Sorry. He sucks, in my opinion. I fucking hate him. I've never liked him. Won via pinfall against Mr. Stone.
Oh, okay, now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It was bad. I don't like him at all. Obafemi went up against Brooks Jensen and retained his NXT North American Championship.
I watch that guy. NXT is. I really don't follow it much. I like that one.
Brooks Jensen.
Good night, Gobu.
Versus Obafemi.
The champion guy. He's big. I like him. I watched that match.
I was in the shower for that match. I'm sorry. Gigi Dolan versus Ariana Grace. Do you know who Ariana Grace's father is?
No, I do not.
Santino Marella.
I did not.
If Gigi Dolan loses, she must get a makeover from Ariana Grace. Ariana Grace won via disqualification. Because
we got a makeup coming.
Gigi Dolan gave her a low blow. And then said something on Twitter of, I made your roast beef something. I seen a tweet about it earlier, and I was...
Okay, I've been seeing this a lot on TikTok and Instagram. So the women want their hoo-hoo called roast beef now. Is that... I
don't know.
Is that the deal? Come on, you got to fix me up. We're not supposed to talk.
She says, at least I'll have this memory of the time I turned your roast beef into a smash burger. Good night. That's enough of that.
Like I see it on TikTok a lot. I guess it's now, instead of you're calling it your hoo-hoo, we're going to call it roast beef from now.
Kiana James and Izzy Dame versus Thea Hale and Fallon Henley.
Because sloppy roast beef sandwiches always made me
Izzy
have the
Dame
shit.
win.
I don't know.
You could stop talking now. That'd be great. Yeah, it has been. Okay, we get it. All right. Sean Spears versus Ridge Holland. I thought that was match of the night. I thought that was great. I actually watched that match from start to finish. And Pops is frozen. There he's back. Sean Spears is coming in back from AEW. And I like that he's staying at the top of his game from where he left off in AEW. He wasn't really getting a push, but you good over there, old man? He's frozen. I thought, and then the ending of Trick Williams coming back and calling out Mello, I thought that was great. Didn't really need to bring in Noam Dar and the metaphor. I thought that kind of sucked. I don't like Noam Dar. I've never been a fan of him. Lash Legend and Trick Williams are actually dating in real life. So that was that kiss was very, very much a real thing. And Pops is gone, so that's good.
All right, am I back?
Oh, there he is. Your camera's off, but you're back.
Okay, all right, okay.
So as I was saying,
I disconnected
as you were gone,
because it started doing the roast beef thing again.
So as I was saying while you were gone, Lash Legend and Trick Williams, that kiss was like 100% real because they're actually dating.
Oh, I liked it. I liked it. I remember you told me this before I seen it again, and I'm like, okay, the dude's gonna kiss another dude. I didn't understand what you were going. Fine with me, but I didn't understand where we were going with it. But yeah. So you already talked my match.
Yeah, Ridge Holland versus Sean Spears.
Yeah, I love that was my match of the night. Sorry.
It was match of the night. It was very good. I loved it. Like I said, that's the match I watched from start to finish.
Right. And
was it announced as a no disqualification match, or was it just a match?
Yeah,
because there was a lot of the referee not counting to 10 on the outside.
Right. So I don't remember if it was announced as a no disqualification. I just know that I saw something in Ridge Holland that I hadn't seen since that yes, he needed to go down, and I think that this little stint down here is going to do him very well.
I think this stint in NXT is going to make him more established.
More established and a better wrestler in this now, instead of everybody worrying that he's going to fucking put them out.
Unfortunately, Big E is a part of
it. I understand everybody blames him.
But there's no, I'm not blaming him. I'm saying, unfortunately, Big E even said it himself. He is a wrestler. He did a wrestling move. That's it. Wrestling shit happens.
Yeah, this shit happens.
It sucks.
Yeah, and are we ever going to see Big E back in the ring?
I want to. I would love to see Big E back in the ring. But I don't know.
I would too.
The inductees to the Hall of Fame this week were Muhammad Ali and the U.S. Express. I know you know more about the U.S. Express. I don't.
Yeah, the U.S. Express, they were a pretty decent tag team. I've never been a really, really big fan of them. They kind of, the U.S. Express was kind of thrown together, one of those throw together teams, and this and that. And I don't understand why there's so many other teams that could have went in, but I can see we're gonna highlight the U.S. Express, but
I have a
not a big fan of them.
Yeah, they
Muhammad Ali.
No, go on. We'll get to the chat in a second.
Yeah, but Muhammad Ali definitely. I could see him I mean, he was in WrestleManias, this and that, and even before that, he fought Gorilla Monsoon. He used to box against wrestlers all the time, and this and that, especially over in Japan. It was a big thing for them to go over to Japan and have actual boxing matches. For some of the guys that it was good.
If any celebrity is to be put into the Hall of Fame, I think Muhammad
Right.
Ali should have been.
Yeah.
Should have been number one.
Right. He should have been in there before fucking Liberace. And fucking
Liberace is not in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Liberace is in the Hall of Fame. God.
We went over
Martha
this
Stewart isn't.
No.
Martha Stewart isn't.
Martha Stewart isn't.
Liberace is in the fucking Hall of Fame. I think he went in a second one.
Okay, so from the chat, we have Rusev and Lana, a.k.a. CJ Perry. I know Lana's actual name. I don't know Rusev's. They're getting a divorce. But Lana has said that they will remain friends and work as on-screen people together.
And I think a lot of the reason why has to be the last 3, 4, 5 years or whatever, that they've been doing this on screen. We don't love each other. We hate each other. We love each other. We hate each other. That could have even been, brought in
that could have
to storyline. That could have been, this and that.
I'm sending you something on Discord. Don't worry about it. It's because I have to bring it on screen. Hey, look at that. Revolution card.
All right.
I don't know why that's still there.
We're going to talk about Revolution.
We're not going to talk about Revolution.
Yeah, you did.
We're going to talk about...
All right. I want to bring up that meat match. That meat match was awesome.
Oh, fucking... I forgot to change your camera.
So technically, I won that one, right?
No, you had technically lost,
Because, no, who won that fucking ladder 6-man meaty match or whatever in the beginning of the thing?
No one, it doesn't matter.
Wardlow.
So this was sent in by a viewer. They would like us to talk about this. Let's just look over this stuff here.
And how long have I been fucking saying this to you people, and you people don't fucking listen to me?
Here we go. So Pops' favorite wrestler only has 54 defenses, but 1,288 days. Hulk Hogan.
David's favorite wrestler's next.
1,474 days, but he had 468 defenses. 2,135, 920 defenses, and then 2,803, 681 defenses. Bob Backlund, great guy. I met him once. He thought he knew my father.
He pretended like, well, he did. Me and him are old friends. You know what I'm saying? From back in the day. Look right up there. Bob Backlund is right up there. Me and him are friends. But no,
you know what I haven't showed anyone that we got?
What?
Those things. That thing. Yeah,
those things.
But hold on. Let's get through this first.
Yeah, let's
Fuck
talk
Roman Reigns. First of all. Barely defends his title, barely shows up, all that stuff. It's been said over and over and over and over again.
54 defenses. 52, he got fucking help.
If he defeats Cody at WrestleMania, he's definitely holding it longer than Hulk Hogan. Saying it now. Because I think, hold on. Let's do the math here.
He's lucky Bruno's fucking dead.
It's only 186 days. Only.
And I've already brought up the scenario where I think it could happen and what could happen.
I think it's fucking stupid. I didn't want to bring up your scenario.
That would be stupid.
But, no, exactly. Like White Lion Studios said, fuck not having a fighting champion. That's why we have Seth Rollins. And they've literally... promos have been said about it. That's why we have Seth Rollins, because people can't beat Roman. It's because Roman doesn't want to fucking show up to work.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. With the defenses.
It's a bunch of
Fuck
motorcycles
is
going
that?
past my house.
Oh, it's like fucking David. I'm being called to the heavens.
No, he hasn't. He's got 100. If he beats Cody, then he goes on to SummerSlam, and then he surpasses him. Like after SummerSlam, which is gonna be in fucking Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Bengals play.
Hey, I know somebody who lives near there.
I do. Live about 45 minutes away.
Hey,
I won't go.
That could be what.
I won't go to SummerSlam.
Why not? It's outside, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know. The tribal cyclists are so. Yeah, exactly. They send out their motorcycle mob to come after me.
It's just stupid for them to even bring in. Yeah, he better get tickets, right? We can all take a little tour up there.
Everyone come.
Invade Tammy's. Well, going in.
Something I do have to bring up that is, it's part of the.
I do have a tiny pee-pee.
She was talking about the people driving by.
Oh.
But...
Well, I was just letting her know. Just in case.
Tonight we'll see AEW Big Business. Everyone's saying they're in Boston.
Now listen. If I left right now, Ricky, if you left your house right now, came pick me up, we could be there by 8 o'clock. I'm just saying.
I lost the thing. It went away.
What the fuck are you doing? It doesn't. There it is.
Oh, it's behind the fucking podcast layout. There we go. Jesus Christ. We have Hook and Chris Jericho versus the Gates of Agony. Not looking forward to it, honestly. Jericho sucks. He doesn't suck. It's just go off for a little bit. Go away. Go do something. Do something else. Willow Nightingale versus Riho. Great. That's going to be a hell of a match. That's going to be a great match.
A lot of people are talking shit about Rios and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be an awesome. Yeah. Rio. What I said.
Rios.
Riho.
You said Rios. Darby Allin versus Jay White. In my notes,
I wonder why I go off on tirades.
Why are you screaming? Darby Allin versus Jay White. I wrote in my notes this is possibly Darby Allin's last match. He is climbing Mount Everest. March 27th or something. I don't know. He said it in the media scrum. He's going to climb Mount Everest. No one is stopping him. They've tried to stop him, I guess. He said, fuck you, I'm doing this. It's a possibility he might not make it. Everyone is praying and hoping he does. I don't want this to be Darby Allin's last match, but knowing that it might possibly be his last match, you know it's going to be a fucking insane.
Archibald, I'll say it for you. Hello, motherfucker! Because it's a week you can't
Thank
redeem.
You for the one bit.
So, just to let you know.
All right. That's good.
Oh man, I'm scared. You tell him straight out. Tell him. Wrestling Pop said, anytime, baby boy, and we would take you on one-on-one. But but kicking my booty is gonna be something that you might not do. But I might let you because I like you.
I mean, he's got zero. I think I'm gonna say it. I think he can climb Mount Everest, come back. It's not like the old days. I'm sure he can. I'm sure it'll be fine. But still praying for him hopefully he makes it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be. It should be decent.
I don't know.
This is happening.
I know. Next is the Elite versus Eddie Kingston and Death Triangle. That is the Bastard Pack returns. You got Pac versus Okada. Eddie Kingston versus the Elite. Penta versus the Elite. Oh, it's going to be a great match. Great match. Pops is fucking frozen again. Hey, you're back.
It's going to be good. That's a pretty decent... That would be cool. We can make it happen.
Then we have Samoa Joe defending his championship against Wardlow, or as Pops likes to call him, Warlord.
That's his name, Warlord.
Wardlow. And they're also saying it's big business because there's going to be a debuting someone tonight, possibly Mercedes Moné. Biggest female
better
signing.
Known as.
Biggest female signing since who? Don't know, honestly. They've signed a lot of females.
Paige.
It's Soraya. Paige. Or I would say Toni Storm. Biggest since Toni Storm.
And I'd like to see it. I mean, I'd love to see it.
But there's also clips.
What's up with her New Japan contract? Is that done and over with?
It's been done for a while. It's been done for a while. But there's a clip a clip that keeps going around circulating that she was like, oh, you know, I could see myself going back. Obviously, you see yourself going back to WWE if you were in WWE for the longest time. She said she can see herself being back in WWE eventually. And people are just saying, oh, she's just in AEW for a money grab. She's just there for a money grab. Okay? If you got a fucking offer to be in AEW and they were paying you, willing to pay you more than WWE is, you would take it too.
Then you take it. Because WWE didn't give her any respect when she was there.
And exactly. And look what they did to Naomi. Naomi, big, huge pop that she's coming back at the Rumble. And now she's getting no entrances and she's losing every week. This is the WWE creative's dumb. Speaking of Top Dollar, Archie, he has been seen backstage at WWE again. Possibly making a comeback. I don't know. He could be, he can't be, he should be, I don't know.
Isn't he? Where the hell is he wrestling right currently?
Nowhere. He did a couple GCW shows and...
I just saw him somewhere. I think it was MLW or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
One of those.
Honestly, if it would, anyone, they could literally pull out anyone tonight, and Boston's gonna go fucking crazy.
Yeah, we will. We will. Everybody,
fellow podcasters, John and Dante from Stash Club Wrestling, they are going to be at.
Speaking of popular teams and stuff like that, We Are Wrestling is no more.
Okay, that sucks. I don't know why you had to get all depressing.
But... I think I might cry. I think I might. Where they're gonna their last show that they're doing is at Blitzkrieg,
which I won't be there. So I did not like.
No, I'm just saying
the Top Dollar group with him, Ashante Adonis, and Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland clearly on his own is a fucking star because he's literally so much better in AEW. Sorry, not sorry. But speaking of tag teams and stuff like that, I'm gonna read this tweet. It touches my heart and it makes me very sad. That Anthony Henry.
Why do you gotta get all sad?
Anthony Henry, a part of the Workhorsemen, said, update, absolutely gutted. In last night's match with Brian Keith, I took a knee strike that broke my jaw. The Workhorsemen had some exciting things coming up, one of which was with the AEW Tag Team Tournament, which now we cannot be involved. I will have surgery soon. I love the Workhorsemen. JD Drake, Anthony Henry, fucking great guys. People are talking
Very
shit.
good team.
People are talking shit on them, saying like, not on them, but talking shit how it was at a DPW show that happened, and they were like, oh, you broke your jaw at a fucking DPW show in front of 100 people. Dude makes
it doesn't
way more
matter
money.
because of the fact that right, but the fact of the matter is those two guys don't fucking care if they're in front of 20 people or fucking 10,000. They're still gonna give you fucking everything they got. That JD Drake, we saw him live, and that's just the kind of guy.
He's a good guy.
That's just the kind of people
Anthony
they
Henry
are.
live. We didn't see JD Drake. We've seen Anthony Henry live. But again, Anthony Henry, it could be in front of thousands of people. It can be in front of 6 people. He's going to put on a fucking show. Yes, DPW rules. You know who likes DPW? Kenny Omega.
There you go.
That is so cool. I followed Deadlock for like a while. Tony the Pizza Guy, Teaming Tubby Emu, John Blood, like all those guys. I watched all of them on YouTube. Chris Danger. I watched all of them on YouTube, and like to see someone like Kenny Omega giving them props that they need. CM Pulse.
Well, Kenny knows where there's talent out there. Now, a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people shit on the indies and say, but the indies, remember all of these guys. If you pay your dues, there's not a veteran of a WWE, no matter what, NWA, anything. What those guys like the most is people who paid their dues.
Paid their dues.
Not exactly. A guy that just, come on in. Here, we're going to give you the world. Let's say, Wardlow, what the fuck is his name? I can't. Ryback. People like that. These guys, The Miz. I could even go with The Miz. The Miz was on a TV show. Even though I loved that show, but.
So, all right, and then the last depressing thing to talk about on the podcast is this tweet from Danny DeMonto, one of my favorite people in the world, says, sometimes no matter how hard you try, taking the L's is the only option. Boston, Mania weekend, Chattanooga, Chicago. 5 left. We out here. Let's get it. I think ICW No Holds Barred is going to be no longer. I think they're closing their doors. If they are, that is very depressing.
Yes, I agree. 100%. One of my favorites.
I really want to see. Hopefully it's not. And I'm not saying hopefully it's Danny DeMonto retiring, because I don't want to see that either. But I don't want to see either of those things happen. But
it would be a little easier.
It would be easier because
I
wouldn't have to see a whole promotion go.
Right. We still don't know about Matt. What's going on with him?
Matt Tremont's got fucking matches out the ass. He's got one at the Chattanooga show.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying we're just still
versus,
that date.
Shiny Shoes.
Do we figure tiny feet?
Shiny, the referee Shiny Shoes.
Yeah, Matt Tremont's taking on Shiny Shoes.
Taking on but his name is like something. I don't know what's going on with Matt Morgan. I think he's like a governor or something.
Yeah, he's something to do with politics or something like that, and he's not gonna. He doesn't even like to talk about his wrestling days.
All right, so we're gonna do this.
That would be.
We're gonna do a short story time at Pops because I have to pee. Short.
Okay.
Who's ready for story time with
Wrestling Pops, baby?
All right, short topic.
Well.
BRB.
All right. Short topic. BRB. All right. Story time with Pops has been brought to you this week by Cheez-Its and veggie chips. So he throws this at me And he had told me about it before. He's like, we're going to do a short time with Pops. And I was like, well, what do I come up with? You know, because he wants me to not talk for too long. Oh, yeah, that's right. You cannot forget your Pops box. So here, I'm just going to talk about, God only knows. We could do a real quick, we can look back here and let's see. We got a Pops box. We got some collectibles. We can talk. Oh. David does have to clean his room. Oh, Oh, really? That would not be good, Archibald. I'd like to see it because I want to beat you guys. Wrestling Pops wants to beat you guys. But story time with Pops. Okay. See, I'm not good when it's just thrown at me like that. You know. Gabe, are you here still? Throw something at me that you know. See, he's coming back already, and we haven't done anything. So yeah, so then David got up out of the bed and he walked away, and well, Gabe, the time is done. We really didn't do a wrestling Pops. That's why I need people to throw questions inside the Discord. What match am I looking? Real quick, what match I'm looking for the most is oh, okay, that's right. We're talking about that.
Yeah, I'm about to go down the card. All right, first up, we got Bronson versus Cruel. Bear Bronson, formerly known as Bear Bronson. That's a big meaty men slapping meat match.
Right there. Or there's a tag team match.
The rest of the fucking card, but there's a Bedlam Championship match. T.J. Crawford versus Alley Catch versus Sammy Diaz. I think that's a Shook Brood. The Shook Crew and Gangrel versus 35mm and Jake Lang. That's gonna be a hell of a match. I hope Bobby and Bryce like spit blood or something. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
Brittany Brooks takes on Gabby Forza, which I have these things. They're little gnomes. I have to send them to Pops to give to Gabby. And then they tweeted out something today.
You're going to have to help me with that one.
They tweeted out today, one match on our card for Living Proof is entirely in your hands. There's a trios match, and then in parentheses, random teams, or a scramble match. I think the scramble match is going to happen. It's 76.1% on the poll.
Definitely. I won't let you get hit by anybody. We want, you know, unless you want to. Oh, that's right. You know, no, we don't want you. I will be like, bring a sign, baby on board, and you hold it up, and I will stand there like this whenever somebody's coming out. Except for Sandman, because when he comes out, I'm smashing beers on my head, and I'm having a good time with him.
I don't see you doing that.
I want to do that.
You should. That'd be funny. I would laugh. But that is 9 days away.
Right, and they haven't announced Sandman. What match Sandman? I'm probably going to take on Leary. I would think that he's going to probably take on Leary.
Probably. Or that'll be the trios match.
Yeah, him, Leary, and...
I would love to see a message to you with fucking Sandman.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Perry, Leary, and Sandman.
That would be great. Against some frat guys.
That would be good. That would be good.
Definitely, for sure. We're going to be on IWTV also. David will be able to see it live.
I might stream it for you guys.
So I'm Bobby Orlando. I'm your mom.
You don't know the song, so stop singing it. You're disgracing my best friend.
I am fucking... He is also my mom.
He's not.
He's not just your mom. He's my mom. He's everyone's mom. Bobby Orlando is fucking awesome. He's a champion. Along with CPA is now a champion.
So a question for the chat. I have this in my notes. Who do you guys want to see on the podcast as a guest? Oh, why is this always so big? I have to add this to the screen. So I'm going to do this as well. If you guys want to be in our little slideshow we have here, as you can see, there's a person coming up.
I'd like that too.
There he is.
Archibald's got a good one, Derek.
I would love to get Derek up north on here. He watches the podcast. He was here last week.
Right. Right, and I mean, but we're asking, or Jacko, either one, or both of them.
We could do that. We could technically.
Why not? We get the Exiled Club to come do a Wrestle Talk with David and Pops.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love to see that. But yeah, use exclamation point merch in the merch chat or the Twitch chat. It brings up our merch. You can get merch. You can send in a picture of you wearing the merch. And then you can get on the screen. You can be a part of our little screen we have here.
Hey, Rue is another one. See, that's why we're asking you guys who you think we should bring on.
Rue would be great.
I'd love to sit down and talk with Rue. But you guys, what you got to do is we're asking you. So, let them know that, we would love to have them. Yeah, we can let these people know. Let them know. If they don't know about us, let them know about us. Share out our stream. Yeah.
Get them, tell them. My DMs are always open on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Pops' DMs are always open. We're always willing to collaborate with people. Yeah. Not White Lion Wrestling.
And you bring up Matt Ward and Rue. I'm allowed in the little channel there. That, I could talk to them both and ask them if you guys could do this some Wednesday night, or it's always just trying to.
It's always scheduling is the worst problem.
Right, it's just trying to get, because, this one has a show on Tuesday, and, that one has a show on Wednesday. But right now, everybody's got some time as they're working. But they're working hard on trying to get 2K24 ready.
You guys do have history.
Oh, you and Matt Ward have history. Well, I don't want you guys rolling around, you got to be nice to Matt.
You got to be nice to him for now.
Just kidding. You can roll around. Okay, might be. We'll put you in separate rooms.
I think that's all I have for notes. That is all we have for notes. We did a story time with Pops. I wasn't here for it, but maybe next week we'll have like an actual. I'll do a whole thing. We can make up a whole screen for it. It could just be him, and then I go away and do other things.
Yeah, but I need you guys. You need to go into the Discord because I know y'all are in the Discord. If you're not
in the Discord already, make sure you join the Discord. Drop the stuff in the channels. There's a channel in there for wrestling, Storytime with Pops. So whatever you guys want to hear. Yes, we're going to be running a NXT style training show over on a different stream, White Lion Studios. Let's give a shout out for them.
And as well as VFW and...
I gave the wrong shout out. I forgot the one.
That kind of sucks. Kind of gotta, send them to the right place if you want them to go there.
I gotta wait a minute and 38 seconds for the shout out. Hey, that'd be great, Arch. EWA.
EWA? That'd be good. More EFED's the best, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just hard starting them up, and then it's hard to get the people to come and stay and this and that.
EFED content is very fun. It's just currently it's a fucking hassle and a half having to switch everything over and get everything over. But that's why we do it.
Right, but lately I've been watching everybody doing their stuff and this and that, and I've seen some amazing belts. I've seen some great shit, great characters being created and new characters being created, and just all the stuff I see, and I'm looking forward to when the EFEDs all start up and this and that.
Yeah, exactly. If you working together with other EFEDs is what makes the EFED community work. If you're all trying to
one up and better the other one. There's nobody out there that's like that, I don't think. But it also gets into, we tried. Last year everybody was trying to do that, but then it just seems like, there's not enough time in the day for everybody to have their EFEDs on. Because you don't want to step on this guy's toes. You're on Tuesday night, we're on Saturday night. You don't want to step on some, now we're on Wednesdays also. You don't want to step on somebody else's toes who's in a time slot. And, it's just really hard for but hey, it can work. And it has worked. And like Derek up north, now I like what he's doing. Where Drabin is going to be in certain places, but then he's going to have another character.
Derek up north in certain places. Yeah, exactly.
Right. I like how he's doing that.
I agree. All right, we're going to raid out now. We're going to use the hashtags Wrestle Talk. Ragtag sent me. What's a third hashtag we should use?
Eat tacos? I don't know. Ragtag sent me Wrestle Talk, and Ragtag Entertainment, right?
Well, we want you for Wrestle Talk.
Tribal Queef. We want you for Wrestle Talk.
Because we're gonna raid an EFED streamer. Arch, like a Korean mercenary had asked a couple weeks ago something about an EFED, and I said, if you actually want to do it and you put your heart into it, people will come and enjoy it. Don't get bummed out if people don't come and enjoy it. Just Do it for you. Don't do it because it's a new hot thing to do. Do it because it's something that you're going to enjoy yourself. It is very stressful.
And don't get discouraged when you see 2 people.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get discouraged with like the low viewers because not everything isn't all about viewers. Plain and simple.
No. And you're not immediately gonna get them either. But that's one thing I always listened to DT, and DT always said, like when he started, we had very small viewers and stuff like that. But those 5 or 6 that did come around and stayed, now look at that it's grown and grown and grown, and you can't worry about who's watching. I've been 4 years this year is going to be my 4th year on Twitch, and what was it? 2 years in, I finally hit affiliate, and I finally had, and all the people that were, how I got to affiliate, the people were me. That watch me, David, and me make it so, and it's grown and stuff like that. So don't get discouraged when you first start out. It's not, overnight, you're not going to have as many people as a Heel Kevin, a UCW, a PEW, and this and that. But if you talk to Jacko when he first started, he didn't have all these people. He didn't have a lot of people watching and this and that, So just don't get discouraged. And just do it. Because I still, to this day, get discouraged on some of my shows and stuff. And I'm like, fucking nobody's here. Exactly. Well, Gabe. Gabe said.
Gabe's always.
Love you, Gabe.
All right, quickly do your shout-outs, and then we're going to raid.
All right, shout-outs this week to the Word Roast Beef. I'm going to give my first shout-out to the Word Roast Beef. I'm also going to give a shout-out to everyone that has, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the way to word it. To everyone I have met in the EFED world and in the wrestling community world, I'm just going to give a shout out to each and every one of them. There's probably close to 1,000, and I can't name them all off, or David's going to get mad at me. So give a shout out to that. Giving a shout out to Roast Beef. And we're giving a shout out to the Washington Redskins this week. We're picking up some good people and stuff like that.
Shit.
Yeah. That's it.
My 3 shout outs are shout out to EFED content creators and their patience with everyone. Moving into 2K24 is not, the move is always, it's always the worst part of the EFED because you got to move everything, get everything remade and all this shit. Shout out to the merch store. Get your merch, getting that little slideshow down there like Ricky is. That'd be great.
That's a good one.
Shout out to Danny.
Let's give a shout out to Jasper.
Shout out to J-Dog, my best friend, my best little friend.
The man that Wrestling Popsy going to have to whoop his butt.
All right, so we're going to raid Chuck Redfield. We're going to raid him. I want you guys to use the hashtags that I posted in chat. Yes, a shout out to Mac for the merch. I want you to go over, use those hashtags. Let's show the RWA some love. Streaming some RWA content. Or 2K24 content. 2K23 content, sorry. But we're going to head over there. We'll see you again Saturday night for RTPW Saturday Night Showdown.
Peace, love, monkeys, everybody. We'll see y'all soon. Thanks for coming. We'll be back.
Bye, everyone.